Hello YouTube, AB72 here. Just thought I'd try to throw up a video of some of the guns that I've collected within the past couple of years or so. Tends to be a common practice on YouTube. Most guys want to try to show their weapons off, and no problem with that. So I figured I'd join the crowd. Before I show you any of the guns, I'm holding the camera with one hand, so I can't do an actual safety check on camera, but I have safety checked everything before I'm going to try to show them to you. And there are no magazines loaded, and of course there are no bullets in any of the chambers. So what I will do is hold the underside of the gun up so I can prove that the gun is at least safety checked. So without further ado, the first gun I've purchased was a Springfield XD9 service. This particular one, I got it at a gun show. I had a choice between a 40 caliber version of this and a Glock 23. But the guy showed me this 9mm version that he gave it to me for a steal almost. So I just went ahead and went with the 9mm, especially since the cost of 9mm ammo is much cheaper than 40 caliber. I figured I could probably afford to go shooting much more often with this gun. So it's a good starter gun, I think. I like the features, the grip safety, similar to that of a 1911. Of course, the trigger safety there. I like the firing pin indicator, position indicator, and the loaded chamber indicator on the top there. Ergonomics are perfect for me. That's another reason why I chose this over the Glock. I mean, the Glock ergonomics are not quite right for me. This one's perfect though. I mean, it fits my hand absolutely perfect. But outstanding gun, no issues whatsoever as far as failure to feed, failure to eject or anything like that. I mean, this thing's been just rock solid since I've owned it. So awesome gun, highly recommend these. So definitely consider getting one in a subcompact version, probably another 9mm. I think the subcompact 40s might be a little bit too snappy. So awesome gun. So that's the Springfield XD9. That was my first purchase. Second purchase was a 1911. I had to have a 1911 next because after hearing all the raves about them, and I love the styling of these guns. But this is my second purchase. This is a Kimber stainless Raptor full size. This particular gun is just gorgeous in my opinion. Got it at a shop, just saw it in the case and said, man, I had to have it. I actually went up there to try to pick up the pro version of this gun, which is the 4-inch version. But somebody got to it earlier that day, just before I got there, so just went ahead and picked up a 5-inch version here. This is the, I guess in Kimber parlance, it would be called the custom size. Comes with it did come with like some MIM parts. I mean, it does come with night sights, and there are some MIM parts that people tend to complain about on these guns. But Kimber, along with like Springfield and Colt, I mean, guns in this price range will have MIM parts, plain and simple. I mean, it's just the way it is when you're in this price range. So the one thing I did not like is the plastic mainspring housing. So I promptly changed that. This is an Ed Brown stainless mainspring housing with the scale serrations back strap there. Feels great in hand. And it also has the detachable magwell funnel here too. So that's really nice. I did a couple other upgrades on this thing too. I went ahead and put in an Ed Brown extended slide stop here, and I put in an Ed Brown barrel bushing as well. It fits much tighter than the one that was on there. I mean, it's very tight fitting. So hopefully that might affect the accuracy or something. But it's already deadly accurate, even with the old parts on the old barrel. But it'll probably affect it a little bit better, I guess. But love this gun here, man. It's nice, has a nice weighted feel to it. Pretty decent fit, so gonna definitely keep this one forever if I can. I love the zebra wood grips. I have more grips coming actually, because these are beveled on the end, so they don't quite fit right to the contours of the magwell. But I have some flat grips coming, flat bottom grips coming to replace these. But I'm definitely going to keep these, because they're so beautiful anyway, in my opinion. So, but yeah, the Kimber stainless Raptor full size. This is my second weapon. While I was purchasing this particular weapon, my wife was with me, and she decided she wanted a weapon too. So she wound up picking up this Kimber Pro Crimson Carry here. This particular gun, it's very nice. I mean, of course, it comes from the factory with Crimson Trace laser grips. The double diamond checkered pattern there is a synthetic grip here. She still has the plastic mainspring housing now, which is still a sin in my opinion. But great gun. I mean, it's very nicely balanced. It's a 4-inch model, so you know the 4-inch Kimbers, and probably most any gun less than 4¼ inches, which is a true commander size, they tend to have a bull barrel there. So this gun is nice though. It's fitted really nice. It's very nicely balanced. Has a alloy frame here, steel slide. The only downside is the fact that the iron sights do not have any kind of markings on them, and she was kind of disappointed at that because she tends to shoot with the iron sights pretty often. So we're going to probably wind up changing that front sight to either a brass bead or just a single night sight, so she can probably use it a little bit better. But she's an awesome shot with this thing, so I'm really proud of her with this. And she does carry it pretty often, but unfortunately she is complaining now that it gets kind of heavy in her purse. So probably look for something polymer and probably in subcompact size for her to carry on the regular. But this will be basically her range gun from the time being until we get her something else. But she does carry this, so that's pretty cool. That's a really nice gun. That gun's been dead, I mean absolutely solid since we brought it home. No fade to fires, no fade to ejects or anything like that at all from that gun. That gun's been dead on solid. The next gun I purchased was this right here. This is a SIG SP 2022, or commonly known as the SIG Pro. This is in .40 caliber. I got it at a pawn shop for $380, I think, or $360, something like that. Anyway, it was a fairly decent deal. I mean, these things run about $450 brand new. Came with 2 magazines, and this is probably the most underrated polymer gun on the market right now, man. Because if you can find a .40 caliber, I would probably definitely grab it, because it probably has one of the best triggers, probably of any polymer gun or any gun in this range. Trigger just super smooth, man. It's just perfect break point. I mean, it's awesome. But it has all the qualities of the all metal SIGs. And it's got the decocker here. It takes down very similar. Just slightly top heavy in my opinion, but it's the same size as the Springfield XD there, so size wise it's still manageable. This one comes with night sights, and I have a Streamlight TLR at 1S mounted on the front there, so I can actually holster this weapon like inside my waistband. I mean, it's even with the light on, I have like a little nylon holster, and it works okay as long as my pants are just ever so slightly loose. The light fits in, no problem, and I have no issues with this gun. So this is what I pretty much carry daily. If I do carry a gun, I just grab this one because I like the fact that it's a 40. I do like that 40 caliber. And the trigger is just so awesome. So if I had to do something, if I had to actually have any issues, I might rather have this gun in my hand to defeat the situation if necessary. So this is the SIG Pro. Awesome gun there. And finally, well, not finally, but my next gun that I wind up purchasing, I definitely wanted some type of revolver eventually, and I actually happened to stumble across one in the pawn shop once again, and in this case it is the Smith & Wesson 686-5. This is a 4-inch model. I really like the original name of it. This is the Distinguished Combat Magnum. This is a really nice gun. This, like I said, this is a -5, so it's a pre-lock model. It's the one before the integrated lock there that locks the hammer back or keeps it from doing something, I guess. If the gun falls, I think you can just lock the gun all the way around. I think it's what that's for. You can just lock the gun. It acts as a safety of some sort. But this is before that. I think these models are more desirable than the ones that are that have the little locks on them. But also this is the first year that the gun has a frame mounted firing pin on it, because normally the frame is usually on the hammer, on the -4s and earliers. So, but nonetheless, still very nice gun. It came with a matte finish. I used some mother's mag and aluminum polish and polished it up a little bit, and it turned out stunning in my opinion. This gun also has the MIM trigger and hammer, and they, if you've known about Smith & Wesson revolvers, the trigger and the hammer tend to look kind of unfinished, or it looks kind of like pot metal or some sort. But if you use that mother's mag and wheel polish, I mean, you can almost make the trigger look similar to the frame. I mean, you can almost match. I mean, it's very close. I mean, it gets that pot metal look to go away. It gives it just a slight polish to it, but it looks a whole lot better than it does when it comes from the factory. So this is a standard 6-shot version. They do have a plus model that has a 7-shot cylinder. It comes with adjustable wrist sights for both windage and elevation. Nice gun. I mean, I love 4-inch revolvers, man. So I think they're just perfectly proportioned. The gun came with a Hogue monogrip rubber grip, and I bought these Kim Aaron's Cocobolo retro target grips to put on it, and I think it brings the gun out really nicely. They're very nicely done. I highly recommend his grips. These are the tung oil hand rubbed versions, not the, I think, the polymer coated versions, but very nicely done. I think it gives a really nice profile. And this gun, this gun also has a super nice trigger on it too. I mean, it's so smooth. So really thrilled about this pickup. I mean, I'm definitely going to be ordering some more, or trying to find more revolvers, specifically the Colt Python 4-inch in a blue, definitely on the wish list, and a Colt Anaconda in a 4-inch. And I also want a Smith & Wesson Model 629 3-inch, probably the tallow version with the little small wooden finger groove grips. Once again, those are wish list items. So this is an awesome gun here. So of course they're all empty. So, and finally, I needed some home protection, and with that I got this here. This is a Mossberg 930 SBX semi-automatic shotgun. Comes with a 20-inch barrel, 7-shot magazine, and close +1 gives you a total capacity of 8. I added this side saddle with 6 shells there. Comes with these ghost ring sights here, and it got a little fiber sight up on the front there. Very nice gun. Too bad they don't have a decent pistol grip for it yet. I like to have a pistol grip stock. I think Choate makes one right now, but I'm not too fond of it. So hopefully somebody will come out with something a little bit later on, and I'll change out the standard stock. I put on this sling here because I'm going to actually use this gun for some hog hunting sometimes. So I want to try to be able to carry it on my shoulder when I'm trekking through the woods there. And I also got this AGV Magpul angle forward grip here. That actually helps the ergonomics a lot. So I saw this on YouTube. There's another gentleman that shows how to put this on and everything, and it actually works. I mean, it feels really good in hand when you're holding it. So this is an awesome gun too. I mean, took it to the range, and I was running some Winchester Super X at first, and didn't do so hot with it. It started choking a little bit, but then I come to realize that the Remington Super X is slightly longer than 2 3/4 inches, so that caused some feed problems. But when I started running these Winchesters through it, no problems. I'm sorry, these are Remingtons. I started running these Remingtons through it, and I had no problems whatsoever. This thing just ran like clockwork, man. It was just spitting out shells like it's nothing. So this is an awesome gun. You can pick these up for around about $600 from Dick's Sporting Goods. You can find them, but highly recommend that gun. But that's pretty much what I have so far. I guess future guns, once again, those Colt Pythons, the Colt Python, the Colt Anaconda, and that Smith & Wesson 629 is on the list. Also looking to get my absolute next gun, which is going to happen next month. It's going to be the Dan Wesson Valor Bobtail, which is a Commander Link 1911. So I'll be picking that up next month, and I'll show that to you when I get it. But definitely want to pick up a Browning high power and also a Beretta 92 FS to try to add to the collection. So those will be coming very soon. But that's pretty much my collection so far. Thanks for watching. Sorry if I stumbled through this a little bit, but it's only my second video after all. So have any questions, just shoot some comments or whatever. And thanks again for looking. All right.